Hey guys, I'm back, and basically today no reviews. So unfortunately, I can hear you all going, "Oh Ryan, we're waiting for your reviews, you top quality reviews." Jesus. Instead, I'm going to be talking about what I did the past weekend, which was the Brisbane Comic Con. Now it's pretty exciting because usually we don't. Well, this is Brisbane's first Comic Con. And it's at the new sort of convention centre in the city, which has just been refurbished. Last couple of years, we've had Supernova, and that's about as big as it gets. And it's like the Brisbane old sort of doesn't really cosplay, like pop culture expos and that. So some smaller ones, but nothing on a grand scale like Supernova. Supernova is like pretty much the big dick G of pop culture events in Australia. But there, to have Comic Con finally come to Brisbane, because it's been down in Melbourne, Sydney, and I think it's now in Perth and Adelaide, so it's Australia-wide. Sorry, Tasmania, missed out again. Might be in Tasmania, I don't know. But anyway, Comic Con came, and there was like big stars like Orlando Bloom and William Shatner with like the main draw cards, and everyone was like rushing to see him. Apparently, I think it was like $100 a photo and $100 an autograph, so it's like $200 a pop if you want both. And, I mean, sure, they seem like nice guys and that, but I couldn't really give anything that I wouldn't go and see them. So yeah, just going to be saying my general experience on the Sunday, because I couldn't go to the Saturday because I had to work, which pretty sucked balls because I was like, fuck! But it's sort of a bit of a last minute thing, so I couldn't get time off work. For one, when I went in, because I brought my ticket online, very easy. Basically, just got my wristband, showed my ticket, got my wristband, walked straight in. No dramas, no lining up for ages. I wasn't there when the doors opened, of course, but it was very smooth transition into the actual hall. And when I was inside, the spacing of the store seemed quite well done, like very well planned out. There was enough space so people would be around the store looking at merch and that, and yet there was still a main corridor down the middle that you could still walk around, even with like this smaller compact stuff. Still plenty of space, so no real drama crowd wise. I mean, it picked up during like towards midday, and that because it was Father's Day on the Sunday that I went. So so stores well planned out. So kudos to them. And so yeah, that was good. I went because the rest of the Nerd Company unfortunately couldn't join me. So I went by myself, caught up with a couple of people that I know who cosplay and that, and hung out with them. I was taking photos, which is my sort of hobby that I do. I know people were just like, holy shit, Ryan's actually got a life. He's like doing things other than recording videos for the channel. That's so sacrilege. But no, seriously, I enjoy photography, and so that's something I do. I took quite a few photos. I put them up on my sort of Facebook page, and it's doing well. But enough about that. I digress. Cool to see quite a few cosplays. There was one though. I actually know the guy. Last year he went as Ash from Evil Dead, and he's got very facial structure, like quite a similar facial structure to Bruce Campbell. So it's dead very good. And I'm like looking at him on Sunday. I'm like, I fucking know you from somewhere. And that's when him and one of his friends. I don't know if he was his girlfriend or what. So I'm sorry. Him and his friend, they went as Bruce Wayne's parents, and they had a sign saying like Bruce Wayne's parents had the insignia stitched on, and the bucket of popcorn, and they'd like lay on the ground, and people like at the murder scene they had like bullet holes, and it was really cool. And I found out the other day that it had over 10,000 likes on the DC. I don't know if it's the worldwide DC page or Facebook page or DC Australia, but very cool. And everyone was just saying like, holy shit, this is just amazing. And one of the guys I was hanging out with, he goes as Lobo usually. He went as Lobo on Saturday. On the Sunday though, he did a Rule 63 Jubilee, or Jubilee as he was calling it, and I always find it quite funny when I mention that to people. Everyone's just like, oh, and they imagine him like saying with like the short cut off shorts that Jubilee wore in like the 90s, and it's like, no, he wore like full jeans, and then like, oh, you get disappointed. I'm like, why would you be disappointed? You're getting grossed out before, and I don't understand people. I probably never will. People, whatever people. So, yeah, so that was good. And overall, and sort of a bit of a last minute thing. I saw Jim Cummings was there, and I'm like, fuck it. I never usually get autographs or photos with celebrities, so I'm like, I'm gonna go and do it. So yeah, for $35, I got a photo on my own camera. Photo of Jim Cummings and myself, and I'll try and put it up on sort of the No Pilgrim Facebook page, maybe on Twitter and other social media. It's a plug. Yeah, and then also included in that, got him to sign something, and I don't know if you guys can see that or if that's too blurry. Not, but yeah, Jim Cummings got to sign Splatterhouse for me, which I'm like, sweet, because he's the mask in Splatterhouse if you didn't know. And I love this game. This pretty much, this and Red Dead Redemption got me through year 12 in high school. So no, probably should have been studying, but fuck it. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. Just put that back there. Yeah, so, and he's just a really cool guy, and when we took the photo, just cracking jokes and all that. When he was looking at it, he goes, oh, too bad we look so much alike and that, and I shook his hand. I said, oh, thank you, Mr. Cummings, and very nice to meet you, Mr. Jim Cummings, and all that. Very, very polite. Didn't say sir though. I think I did a couple of times, but yeah, it was just really cool to see a celebrity, and Jim Cummings is a rad dude. So thanks, Jim Cummings. Keep being awesome. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So it was a very, very good event. I hope to go next year. I hope to go with the rest of the company. Because they were, as I said, they were all preoccupied with other things, unfortunately, and it was a bit of a last thing. It was kind of snuck up on us. We were just like, oh yeah, where's Comic Con? And it's like, oh, it's this fucking weekend. And like, oh shit. But yeah, quite enjoyed it. Now, next big one's coming up. Brisbane Zombie Walk, which raises money for like brain cancer and that, which is really cool. I think it's I can't remember which anniversary it is for it now, but it's getting up there. I'll be honest, Barry Burton from Resident Evil. And then Supernova, so that's next month in October. And then November is Supernova up here in Brisbane. So a couple of big sort of events coming up, and I'll keep you posted. Right now.